Hi everyone, this is Shelly Dressel, and I am going to do a ULB mini with Albayon talking about this Trump conviction, just to get his opinion about it and see if there's any information that we should get. Few things about this. Number one, my personal opinion is this is all about corruption. This is all about lies. And what is behind that, then the judge telling the jury they do not have to be unanimous. It doesn't matter. So like literally breaking the law in that regards. So there's so many different suspicious things around this. And I'm just wondering, what is the bigger picture? Why did it happen in the way that it did? I'm using this virtual background because it's not my typical place. But yeah, one of these days I'm thinking about getting a green screen. Anyway, so I'm just going to get quiet here for a moment and let's see if Albayon has anything to say, or anyone, who has something to say about this. Greetings. It is I, Albayon. I come in at this time because I too wanted to speak about this. We, on this side of the veil, if you want to call it that, in our dimension in which we live, are actually looking at this and applauding. This is 100% a part of what was expected to happen. Could have happened in DC, it could have happened in Atlanta, it could have happened out west, it could have happened in any number of different cities, because there has been so many different things that were part of the corruption that are being shown to the world. It happened to be this experience in New York. It was a big possibility, so I am not surprised that it took place in this way, but this is all a part of disclosure. When I'm going to tap into it in just a minute, but we have been talking about how so much information is coming out. And now with all of this, there are so many people that are stepping into that disappointment that this happened. However, almost the vast majority of them are saying it's not because he's guilty, it's because it's corrupt. As opposed to, wow, now the truth is out. He really is guilty of all these things. The vast majority of people are saying, this is showing us the corruption. The judge was corrupt. The jury were bought off. Just so many different things like that is what I'm picking up on from the people. So the question comes, what are people really thinking? What's going to be the outcome? What is going to be the next step? We had talked in early May about the fact that May was going to have a lot of disclosure and was going to have a lot of information to come out. Well, this is it. This is the crux of it. This is the big boom of what's going on. And this is what is going to open the door and cause so many of the normies, as we call them, those people that have not yet looked at alternative ideas and theories. And they are now going to say, well, it is just as plain as day that this is not real, that this was what do they call it, a kangaroo court, that this was fraudulent, and of course then those people are going to go down. So I'm going to take a minute and get quiet here, and I want to tap into number one, what do I pick up on from the dark side? Number two, what am I picking up from the white hats? Number three, what is it that we all need to know? And then number four, just whatever message is going forward. So let me get quiet here for a minute. When I tap into President Trump, he is exhausted. He is exhausted. He's a very strong man. He knew that this was all part of what needed to take place. However, he has been put through the ringer and he is completely exhausted. His family's exhausted. And it's the kind of thing that when you know that something's going to happen And even though you know it's not truth, even though you know it's going to lead to many other things, when it happens, there is a part of him that is feeling relief, but then there's another part of him that is just exhausted with everything that he's been going through. When we look at this, we see there are a number of the black cats, as you call them, those that are the nefarious ones, and they are celebrating. They're thinking, yep, we did it. We finally did it. We knew it would take time, and we finally did it. And what's fascinating to me in this now moment is the fact that these that we're tapping into don't seem to understand that it's not real, that it's fraudulent. They don't. What this is showing us is that these people are so accustomed to fraudulent behavior that they don't know right from wrong. They don't understand or comprehend that this is corruption. They look at it as the means. What is the word? What is the phrase? The means makes the end okay. The end makes the means okay. Whatever that phrase is. And so they just think this is a means to an end. It's a way to get rid of him, and they think that he's going to be gone now, and that this is out of their hair, and that this is all over and done with. When we look at the white hats, as you call them, and we talk to them and we find out from them what is going on, they're grim, they are serious, and they are saying, this is exactly what we wanted to happen. This is exactly how we are going to show in a legal manner what has been going on in this country through the courts that are supposed to be legal, that are supposed to be honest, that are supposed to be listening to true evidence. But what we're hearing in this case are ways in which evidence was manipulated, ways in which evidence was changed, ways in which there's so much that was just not appropriate. And this is all, they already have their lawyers ready. They already have everything set up, and they will not waste a minute before they start showing this. And our sense is that, so the next question that we're actually hearing is President Trump going to actually go to jail? The sense is no. The sense is yes. If he goes at all, it is an incredibly short period of time. He's not going to be going there for a day, a week, a month, nothing at all like that. So if he goes at all, it will be for a number of hours, and then he will be let out. So we do not think that they will be able to retain him and keep him in jail. Okay, so let's look at what's next. What's coming up next? We're feeling great sorrow from the people that are listening to this and believing that it is all true. But what we are going to do is shine a light into all of those individuals, shine a light into all of you, and help that light to be focused upon what is fraudulent, and let this be the stepping stone that is going to open up. We see that there are riots that are happening in some places. We see there are protesters. So the next question comes to us, is this Antifa? Are they deliberately creating riots just as they have done in the past? And what we're sensing is that, yes, Antifa is trying to get something started to have violence erupt because of this. But we also feel as if there are many different supporters that have been saying all along, this is wrong, this is that. You know, they have all their information. What do you call them? Not political warriors, but the freedom warriors are there and ready to show. And this is going to be a large step towards returning to the republic, which has been President Trump's aim all along. People are now going to question everything. People will not take this and just accept it as legit. And those And here's a wonderful place. We talked just the other day about how you can begin to say in your conversations with people. Here's a wonderful way to say, this is not truth. This is all fraudulent. And you'll hear almost everybody say, yeah, I know. So the next step is then, so it's going to be overturned. This is showing the world how corrupt the judicial system is. And this is showing the world what is coming down and is no longer going to be working, because it has not been working for the people for a very long time. Again, we hear you. There are many, many different corrupt judicial systems in the country at this moment, but there are also those that work very, very hard and work with an honesty and integrity. Unfortunately, those at the top have been corrupted for a very, very long time, and this is what we're speaking about at this now moment. They've arrested the people in Colorado. They've arrested the people in Atlanta. And they're saying, yeah, we're here because Shelly lives in Atlanta. And they're saying, yeah, but they're saying Fanny won. And it's like lies upon lies upon lies. So, beloved, keep the faith. We are in the midst of the massive storm that is the turnover of all the corruption. So keep the faith. It is happening. This is expected. And the plan is in place to go those next steps. Be strong. Be united as one. And know this is it. This is it. See your country as opening up and being filled with light. See your country as coming back together in acknowledgement and support of one another. Make sure that it does not fall into division, which is a huge potential, but instead see people as talking with one another and supporting one another. Thank you, my beloved friends. Ansaluia.